Well, it's the sporting season once again. We saw our women's team reach the World T20 semis. That's not all. The big T20 league, the IPL, is underway. Our very own Byju's has been announced as the title sponsor of the FIFA World Cup in Qatar in 2022 itself. Sports is big, so let's tell you the anatomy of the sports market in India. Now, as per Group M and ESP's Sporting Nation Report 2022, the sports market in India is over 9,500 crores. While all sports are doing well in India, cricket, that was always strong, has emerged even stronger after the pandemic. Cricket accounts for 88% of our overall sports market. This number pre-pandemic was 80%. At 8,400 crores, cricket has grown 15% over 2019 or pre-pandemic levels, while other sports have declined 38%. Remember, up until the pandemic, they were doing well. The pandemic hit them hard. So let's tell you as to what comprises the sport market in India. It's mainly three things. One, the media spends, that's the advertising you and I see. Secondly, sponsorship, all the sponsors on the ground, on the teams, etc. And thirdly, the athlete endorsements, the branded endorsements that you see all your heroes do. And in that as well, cricket is a mile and a half ahead of all the other sports. It accounts for nearly 94% of the media spends on sports in the country, while cricket stars, our heroes, enjoy 87% of the overall endorsement fees that have been doled out. Other sports have 23% of the sponsors' funds, whereas cricket here too has 77% share. Let's talk about media, the big player itself. TV accounts for over 5,000 crore of media spends on sports. This is the money that companies spend on advertising on our TV screens during the matches that you and I watch. And last year, of course, the T20 World Cup, despite India's terrible performance, did boost ad sales on the TV, as a lot of the advertising was locked beforehand itself. The other part, newspapers and magazines. We've seen them languishing in terms of circulation and ad revenue. Pre-pandemic as well, it accounted for just 85 crore worth ad revenues directed towards sports. But during the pandemic, when sports came down and as did circulation, this number dwindled and crashed all the way to just 1 crore. And even now, it's struggling. It's now around just that 2 crore mark. Well, it is the growth booster, the digital world. That's the one that is seeing a fair amount of money which it is attracting. Digital now accounts for nearly 1,000 crore worth advertising revenue for the sports industry. It's nearly 16% of the overall ad spends, and this number was near nothing just a few years ago. And you and I, we watch our sports on our mobiles more than anywhere else in the world. And by we, I mean us Indians, because globally, 1 in 5 people watch their sport on their mobile phones. That number stands at 19%. Whereas for us Indians, that number is 40% plus. So every other Indian is watching it on the Hotstars, Woots and Sony Lives, among all the other apps that there are. With the sports market being nearly 9,500 crore, we're just within kissing distance of the magical 5-digit mark of 10,000 crore plus. There are a serious number of growth triggers this year itself. The biggest one, the IPL Media rights auction, which was announced for the years 2023 to 2027, should bring in about a serious amount of money. That's what news reports are suggesting. We also have the Indian team sponsorship rights between 2022 to 2026 this year, and like I said, the FIFA World Cup towards the end of this year, for which Viacom18 has the broadcast rights. That's not all. We do have the big ICC event media rights auction right after the IPL media rights auction as well, and that's expected to bring in some big money too. Talking about big money, IPL, which accounts for nearly a third of the cricket revenue, a third of the sports revenue in the country, will see additional franchise fees thanks to 2 new teams, Lucknow Super Giants and Gujarat Lions. Irrespective of how they perform in the IPL, the BCCI will get its franchise fees in their coffers. And if 2022 wasn't enough, in the next year, 2023, you have the home series and title as well as central sponsorship for BCCI taking place, and you have the BCCI home series media rights auctions also taking place. So sport is big money in India, and cricket is its biggest cash cow. It's making more runs now than ever before. That is the anatomy of sport.